Hi folks, this is Chris Voss from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Coming here with a blog post that I want to share with you. Now, given I've been the biggest breaker of this sort of thing that I'm going to talk about today, since I've had my iPhone 4, I bought probably 100 plus apps, and I've just gotten crazy on spending way too much time playing video games on it. So the thing I want to speak to is one of the reasons we love games. One of the reasons games are played at us and we enjoy playing them is because we feel like we're accomplishing something. Sometimes it's very small, sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it's a little bit more complex, but we feel like we're accomplishing something. Now, one of the issues that you have is how much games take over your life, and I do have to admit I've been kind of bad a little lately. And normally I don't get into games that much, but the iPhone 4 is a pretty incredible phone. So, anyway, the thing I want to share with you here is, I've had lots of friends that they work for other people. They've never started their own businesses, but they'd like to have some sort of financial success or become successful in life. I have one close friend who works for the government. The state had his hours reduced and really struggles financially now ever since then. And it's a very sad case, but the problem is he plays video games pretty much the whole time that he's home. From the time he comes home at night to the time he goes to bed to the time he leaves, he pretty much plays video games, which is fine in a lot of different cases. But you have to ask yourself, those feelings of achievement that you're getting from playing games, are they really going or contributing to something better? Now, for some people, there is a tune-out time. You do have to enjoy yourself. You do have to have a good time, blow off some steam, if you will. But for the most part, look at the amount of hours of time that you put into gaming and go, could I really use that time more wisely? People ask me, because I live in Las Vegas, they go, do you gamble, Chris? I go, not at the casinos. And they say, well, what do you do? What is your game? Because, I don't have an Xbox. I don't have a, some of those other different gaming consoles. I have my iPhone now. And I say, look, my game and my gambling is done in business. It's done through entrepreneurs. I'm always working on stuff. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always building a new company, working on different projects. I've got multiple things going on at any given time. That's my gambling. If I'm going to gamble, I'm going to gamble on something I can control, on odds that I have a good chance of controlling. If I'm going to play a game, my game is going to be how much money can I make off the hours that I put in and investment that I make into a business structure. So the thing I want to impart to you is, if you really want to get ahead in your life, if you really want to win at the game of life, because that's really what it is. Once the video games go off and the power is disconnected because you didn't pay the bill because you were busy playing video games, really the game of life is where you need to win at. So take a look at your life, how much you spend on gaming, and really ask yourself, like, why am I tuning out life? And maybe if I spent 8 hours a day building a business or a side business to make additional money on top of whatever money you're making now, working for someone else, maybe that would be better served than filling the pockets of Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft. So, not saying the games are bad, don't take me wrong. There is a time for that sort of place and a time to blow off some steam and get some entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I think when you're playing games for 8 hours a day, for years at a time, I want to check on where your life's really going and what difference you're going to be making in the long term. So that's my advice. Play games in the real world. I have a lot of people that tell me, hey, I can win at this, I can win at that. I'm like, show me how to get $1 million out of a X amount of investment over, and beat the, you want a game, beat the 99% failure ratio where most businesses fail in the first 2 years. That's a game. I built 5 successful straight companies in a row that made a profit and beat the 99% barrier. Most people can't build one. So that's a video game for you, believe me. And it's quite the experience. And you grow as a person. So thanks for coming by the chrisvossshow.com. Don't spend too much time with your games. And I resolve to not spend too much time with my iPhone. God, it's so beautiful. Get an iPhone if you don't have one. Thanks for coming by.